Welcome to Midday Chatter. I'm your host, Kiera Renee, and today I took a journey to the heart of the fashion district so that I could talk with Walter Mendez. The chatter starts now. Yay! We're here! Everyone, this is Walter Mendez. He just showed his Style Week. Amazing job.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So right now, you were just voted America's Best New Designer. How does that feel?
It's a surreal feeling, it's really surreal to know that all eyes are on me, and at the same time a new level of expectation is upon my work, my talent. And as surreal and nerve-wracking it is, it's also very exciting because it pushes me to work more, pushes me to work harder. So I'm not complaining. I love it, and because at the end of the day, it only pushes me to be a stronger individual and a stronger designer.
Okay, yeah, and you just delivered Style Fashion Week, and it was your birthday, so happy birthday.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're not a Scorpio, but that's okay. Because I'm in, so I'll be the Scorpio for both of us.
Yes.
But tell me about this collection, because everybody was amazed. Your room was packed. Like, people were fighting over getting chairs. So tell me, what went into making this collection?
Well, just the show alone, I was definitely surprised. Like a day and a half before, I got a call from the production team. They're like, "Your show is sold out. We can't promote it anymore. It's sold out." And I'm like, I still have a list that I'm giving them of like my VIPs and my family. So I knew it was going to be a packed show, but I didn't expect it to be that packed. We had rows and rows of people who were standing up. So it was really exciting for me to showcase this new collection, because this new collection I felt had a stronger voice of who I am as a designer. It was a journey about a young woman who developed into a strong, independent woman. And you could see that through the use of feathers, beads, and colors. So it was definitely a great collection that I feel like is a strong voice of who I am as a designer.
Okay, and I know that previously you said that you like using blacks for women because it helps women, feel empowered and stuff. So this time you kind of went away from all black. You had vibrant colors. So what went into the colors that you did choose, like the turquoise and stuff like that?
The turquoise, to me, I love any blue. I love teal, turquoise, aqua, all those, that's just what speaks to me. And I wanted to use this particular turquoise because I feel like a strong, independent woman is daring, and she likes to play with color, and she wants to have that color that's going to make her noticed in any room.
Okay, and of this collection, what can you say were your most favorite pieces to make?
I would have to say it was this texture, black snake print. It had a high slit and it was long sleeve, and it had feathers all over.
Was it the?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And just, to me, that's just such a moment, and I just love how the audience responds to it, and it's just a complete look that takes you to a different state of mind and just kind of tells you the story of this young woman opening her wings.
Okay. Yeah, because when I was watching that piece come down, I said, "Oh my gosh, this reminds me of Black Swan meets couture." Is that what you wanted people to get from that?
It was really interesting because originally, when I was drawing up inspiration, the moment I saw the movie Maleficent, I just loved that confidence that she portrayed. It was just sort of like this bird woman, strong, confident girl. And I just love that feeling, and I wanted to capture that feeling. And as I was drawing inspirations from here and from there, I found myself representing the innocence of a woman with a ballerina. So it was sort of like a combination of Black Swan meets Maleficent meets Walter Mendez, and together they put on a fashion show.
Yeah, and they did well, because that piece, when it came down, the reactions from the crowd were like, "Oh, okay, I get it." And then at the end, there was another piece that came down. It was the very last piece, and it had the long, 4-foot veil with it. And I remember I was like, "Wait, is this the last piece?" Because there was a piece that came down before it, and I was like, "Okay, that was the shocker piece." So did you mean to do that?
Yes, definitely. Originally, the previous before, that was my finale pieces. But as I saw my whole collection evolve, I'm like, there needs to be like the queen bee, you know, and I felt like feathers were a strong statement for my collection, and I just wanted to create a bold statement with feathers. And I just felt like it was one of those pieces where, you know, it wasn't intended to be wearable, it was just more intended for art, and I felt like my point of view as an artist was crossed over very appropriately.
Yeah, it did. And so, of course, I want to tell you my two favorite pieces were, one actually is behind us, the tutus. So the one that was beige and the big tutu, and then I think someone's already worn that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, my great friend Joanna Krupa, she's a huge supermodel, and we went to the Life and Style party, and she wore that dress. And let me tell you, that dress alone carried me throughout the whole party. Everybody would not stop talking about it. So it was great to know that like my talent was able to carry me through a room, and just I was able to meet tons of great people, and just to know that people had seen my show, heard about it, and had so many questions about it was like, it's truly like a fascinating concept.
And then would you say that you designed for your pieces to come off the runway and go straight to the streets?
Yes, because even though my show is referred to as like couture or like, you know, over the top, you can still break down those pieces and wear them every day. You know, it's like I design for like special occasions, events. Like when you want to feel like this is your moment, then I'm your guy.
Okay, so you're my guy. We're gonna be married. So let's talk about your opening piece. You had a ballerina who walked the runway better than half the people who were walking that day. How did you pull it off? And you said it was really off the cuff, like there was no practice, no nothing.
Well, you know, I found Cupcake Canes out just like a random night, and you know, I was able to see one of his performances, and she did this kind of like short like walk, and I just saw the response, and as soon as she did that, I was like, this is it, like I want her in my show. And then after the show we started talking, I was like, can you do that for like a 90-foot runway? Front there and back?
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, I can do that. So then we started rehearsing. She came over, we did a fitting. We actually rehearsed in my hallway, right outside here. And you know, when we got to the show, I was like, don't worry, we're gonna practice on the runway. And production was running behind, so none of the models, nobody got to practice. So backstage, I was like, okay, listen, this is the music, and at this beat, you do this, at this beat, up and walk. And then I just told her, I was like, this is like sudden death.
Well, she pulled it off.
I was like, I trust your talent immensely, and I trust you to just follow the beat and just work it. And she did that. She delivered. I had never heard the crowd scream so much as soon as she started walking on point. It was really like, it was a great moment to start the show. It was a great moment to wake up the audience and kind of just state them like, I have arrived.
Yeah, and it was also like that if you didn't deliver, you had no choice but to deliver after someone walks a 90-foot runway on their toes, you guys. Yeah. On their toes. So, what are you gonna do next? Like, what comes after a debut of a collection like this?
So after we go right into press, so all the looks are currently, as we speak, being uploaded to our website. So they'll be available to order. And we go into media PR, you know, we start pushing it to the celebrities, we start pushing it to different magazines. So now we're working on that, and then, you know, we keep working with our clients, but at the same time, I'm already working on the next collection. So it's like fashion, like as soon as the show's over, you have to start thinking of what's next. And because this show is such a great success, and it set a new level of expectation for who I am as a designer, I know a lot more eyes will be on me for next season, which is very exciting.